Hello and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to get a tour around London using AI. So obviously AI is getting even more advanced every day, every hour. And I've lived in London for about 2 years. So I want to see if it can give me a good tour around London and I'll be the one to judge. I'm going to get my phone out. We're going to ask AI where to go. Give me a little tour over the next few hours and let's see where we get taken. Can you give me a free tour around London as if I was a tourist?
Absolutely. Let's imagine we're starting at Buckingham Palace.
Okay.
It's the official residence of the Queen. From
it's the King now.
We can walk through St. James's Park, one of the loveliest parks in London.
Okay.
Heading towards the iconic Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament.
Big Benjamin.
Next, let's cross Westminster Bridge and take a moment to enjoy the views of the Thames.
Of course.
On the other side, we can visit the Southbank area. Here we can see the London Eye,
Yeah.
a giant Ferris wheel offering panoramic views of the city. If we're up for a bit of art, the Tate Modern Museum is just a short walk away and has free entry to its main collection.
Free entry, lovely stuff.
Heading back across the river, we can stroll through Covent Garden, known for its street performers and vibrant market.
That sounds nice.
Then let's head to Trafalgar Square to see Nelson's Column and the National Gallery. Our tour wouldn't be complete without a visit to the British Museum. Finally, let's wander through the picturesque streets of Soho and maybe grab a bite to eat or some coffee before we wrap up our tour.
Oh my god, that was a lot of stuff. It is currently 2:15 in the afternoon and I want to try and fit it all in, so I've got quite a few busy hours ahead of me, but let's go and try and complete this. Right, so the first place to go was Buckingham Palace and I'm currently outside Cannon Street Station, so I'm going to get the tube, hopefully get to Green Park or somewhere near about there to get to Buckingham Palace first. Just check the maps. What I'm actually going to do is get the Circle or District line to St James's Park. Now what I'm contemplating is whether I actually do go to the top of the London Eye. It's not cheap and it might be a very big cube. We're in a very empty Cannon Street. Now, as we have just arrived at St James's Park and not Green Park, I'm actually going to complete the second thing it's suggested to do first, because I actually have to go through St James's Park to get to Buckingham Palace. Down that road just there, so let's just cross over the roundabout, straight through the middle of the roundabout as you're supposed to cross in London. Not. So it looks like the entrance to the park is just over here. Obviously, you can see the trees. It's the entrance to the park, but sometimes these parks have like 1 or 2 entrances per like every kilometre, it seems. What we're gonna do is head down through this path. This goes right through the middle of it, and then we're gonna head onto the Mall and then head to Buckingham Palace, which obviously I've already been to. That's when I went to it at midnight, so going in the daytime and also at midnight. So right in the middle of the park there, you've got this massive bridge that looks straight to Buckingham Palace that way and straight down the other way that way. Amazing lake in the middle of St James's Park. A couple of ducks down there as well. So I can either go that way and that gets me to Buckingham Palace, or go over here and get onto the Mall, which is I think a bit more of a recognisable area and good for a tour. So we're gonna go this way instead. Right, here we go, on to the Mall. Now last time I was here it was very dark indeed. I was literally the only person here. You know what, let's just walk directly down the middle of the road. I mean everybody else seems to be doing it, so Sodom. I was told in that Buckingham Palace video actually that it's pronounced the Mall, not the Mall. Very bad mistake for an English person to make. So we're about a few hundred meters away from Buckingham Palace. So they must actually close the road off for pedestrians so cars don't come down here. I didn't realize they did that. That's kind of an interesting way to do it because it's definitely a road. Maybe it's because it's a weekend or just a busy time of the day. Anyway, we have now arrived at Buckingham Palace. There is thousands of people around. Everybody's having their photo taken in front of the gates, the plants over there, and of course the main building itself. The Queen Victoria statue in the middle has got loads and loads of people of it. I was the only person on there at one point, the only person, which is just absolutely crazy. So yeah, we walked through St James's Park. We've now arrived at Buckingham Palace, which is just there, and now it's time to go and head to, where's the next place? Right, it says the next place is Big Ben and then Houses of Parliament. We need to go and find how to get to Big Ben from here. Thinking about it, can I see it? Yes, it's over there. That's gonna be kind of hard to see on the GoPro, but it's right through those trees. It's like it's peeking at me. That is very funny. Okay, well, I'm gonna head that way then. I might just walk there, you know, get the nice full experience, head back through to St James's Park itself. It doesn't look like a hot day. It's about 25 degrees at the moment, which is pretty muggy. And so I've taken off my jumper and I'm really close to Big Ben now. I've just walked across the whole park. But I thought I'd come here because this is quite interesting. This is the Treasury of the United Kingdom. Her Majesty's Treasury. Or His Majesty's Treasury, I should say. It was just right next to me, so I thought I'd show it off because that's another little cool feature to mention. So right around the corner here is Big Ben in all its very big Benniest glory. So we have arrived now in Westminster Square, so we have Big Ben right there. I definitely one day want to go to the top of Big Ben, go and see the bell and things. I think that'd be really cool. What's also going off crazy right now is the Westminster Abbey bells. do not know what's going on there. Let's go and have a listen a bit closer. Honestly, I don't know if it's a wedding because that's quite a precious place to have a wedding. And I don't think there's any royal weddings at the moment. So that's an incredible sound. And I've just realized it's about to chime 3 p.m. So we're gonna have the Westminster Cathedral bells and Big Ben go off in literally a minute. I think the Westminster Abbey bells are actually outdoing Big Ben, which is crazy. I think all the big chimes for 3 p.m. are finished. And I didn't hear any of them, which is unbelievable. I thought Big Ben was supposed to be the loudest instrument in like the whole area, but that is very loud. So it seems like he's raising money to do bagpiping in the World Championships, which is pretty cool. I'll give that to him. Right, here we go, here's Big Ben, a bit closer up now. And also as we come over Westminster Bridge, we see the London Eye there. What I'm realizing now is doing this tour, you actually walk past a lot more things than it even suggests to go and see. Obviously it helps if you sort of know what they are to look for them, but so there we go, there are the houses of Westminster where the Parliament, well there's a new Parliament now there, doing their things and whatnot. So I'm still deciding if I actually do want to go to the top of the London Eye, which is just over there. I'm worrying that the queue's gonna be very long. That like I'm gonna be standing there for about 4 hours before I even get on. Let alone the price, oh my god, it's probably like 50 quid. I haven't got too much hope for that, but let me check what the next place they want me to go is. I think it was the London Eye. Let's see what he suggested. To cross Westminster Bridge and take a moment to enjoy the views of the Thames. There's the Thames. The big river which goes right through the centre of London. There's better views on the other side, but I'm not even going to try and cross this road right now. So we're heading to the Southbank, which the Southbank is basically the bank on the south side of the river. And along there we've got the London Eye, which is described as a giant Ferris wheel offering panoramic views of the city. I have been on it once before, but not in ages. And then it suggests to go to the Tate Modern Museum, which I've never actually been to. So I actually do want to go and do that. That'd be really fun. Also, top tip, don't come to these ice cream vans. They are the world's biggest rip-off, and I'm pretty sure they're not actually legally allowed to be there. The police have tried so many times to take them away that they just stay there now and just leave them be. And welcome to the South Bank. Just come down the steps, and this is how we get to the London Eye. We can see the full bridge stretching across the river there towards Big Ben. Okay, so I've just done some research about the London Eye, which is just there. And basically, we're not supposed to actually call it a Ferris wheel. The London Eye is a cantilevered observation wheel. Cantilevered means that the entire structure is anchored by an A-frame on one side only. I guess a Ferris wheel means it's on both sides, so that's an interesting fact. And the other fact is it's not got 30 capsules, it's got 32, one for each London borough. But obviously I mentioned that 13's missed out, so they're actually numbered 1 through to 33, but missing out 13. So there we go. Let's go and see how long the queue is. Okay, that's looking quite long. I don't know if I've got time for that. Bear in mind there's 25 people that can fit into each capsule, and there's a lot more than 25 there. I definitely do want to go on it one day again, but not today. I don't think today's the day. So it says the next thing to go and do is head to the Tate Modern Museum. I've never been here before. I kind of want to go into this. If it's a long thing, I might have to go there for a second time, but for the sake of the video and the tour, let's go and see what it's like. There's a whole ass DJ set going on over here. That's pretty sweet. Everybody's just chilling out, drinking on this nice summer day. Now this is pretty sick. There's a massive like book market underneath this bridge here. That's a pretty cool cool thing to be under there. To be honest, I've not read a book in many years, but that's still quite nice. Then there's another stage. What is going on today? It looks like some contemporary dance. I've underestimated the long walk it is from London Eye to Tate Modern. I thought it wasn't this far, but it is this far, unfortunately. So this is like the entrance. It's got the massive, well, it looks like a smokestack of some sort. Tall tower. I wonder if this used to be a factory or something. I'll have to ask the AI that in a minute. But I think this is the entrance. It looks very, very busy to get in. I also don't know if I'll be allowed to film, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm inside the building. I was told I couldn't use my GoPro, but he also said I couldn't use like the stand, the tripod thing I had attached to it. So I've taken it off, and hopefully that's gonna be all right. Yeah, here we are inside. So I think there's places you pay for in here, and there's places you don't. So let's go and find some of the free bits to have a look at. There are some massive cranes across the roof. What did the Tate Modern building used to be?
The Tate Modern building used to be the Bankside Power Station. It was an oil-fired power station designed by Sir Giles Gilbert Scott, who also designed the iconic red telephone box.
How cool is that? So it used to be a power station, and it's designed by the same guy who designed the red London telephone box. So that is a pretty cool fact. I like that. I think the whole point of this is art from around the world, and we're finding something here. So yeah, it's just a gallery basically. A lot of abstract and contemporary geometric things. Also, it's got a mixture of normal portraits, oil paintings, a lot of different types of artwork. Look at these, for example. They're incredible, massive canvases of just colour. then you come to photography. Like, these are photographs of New York. Photographs of 9/11. Whoa. Firefighters, look. That's pretty incredible. I've got everything here, I swear. These are flags. Yeah, these are all flags. So you've got the Kenyan flag there, Jamaican flag there. This is really cool. I really recommend coming here. It's really, really cool. So I've just come out the Tate Modern. I honestly could have spent hours in there. I had to sort of stop myself from going into the new room, so I'd give myself enough to look around next time. I've just checked. The AI told me the next thing on the tour is to go Covent Garden. Let's go and find the nearest tube station. So far we've been to some really cool places. We've been to Big Ben, the London Eye, Tate Modern Museum. Now I've got another half an hour walk to get to the next place. And it makes you realise how massive London is, which is the kind of an issue which is you're always going to have trying to do a tour of London in a day. So for example, right now I've got to go head right back over the Thames, get the tube, a couple stops, walk to Covent Garden. Covent Garden's amazing, it's just not here. So but I've got to make a bit of a journey to get there, and then we're in the next sort of area where a lot of things are. But yeah, that's just something I thought I'd mention, because it's just like, London is just massive. How big is Greater London?
Greater London covers an area of about 607 square miles. It's quite large, encompassing the city itself, as well as the surrounding boroughs.
Now, I've just made it up onto Blackfriars Bridge. So we walked underneath this earlier to get to the Tate Modern, and actually the London Eye is way over there now. So I'm literally going back on myself, which is slightly inconvenient. But one place it didn't tell us to go to is St. Paul's Cathedral, which is right over there. Most incredible building. Definitely somewhere I want to go on this channel at some point. So I've actually accidentally missed the tube stop entirely, and I'm actually walking the tube line. I think it's directly underneath me right now. I'm on Victoria Embankment. Please can we cross the road? Why can't we cross the road? Why is it not gone green? Covent Garden is just at the end of this road, but this road itself, you can't really get more London than this. Oh, and there is the Savoy Hotel. So that is the only part of the road network in the UK where we drive on the right hand side. The taxis go in on the right and leave on the left, instead of normally driving on the left in the UK. I need to go up that road just there. Okay, let's try and cross the road. Oh god, now it's gone green again. I'm on the island in the middle right now. So this whole area is nearby where all the famous theatres are as well, like Drury Lane and loads of them like that. But here we go. Here's like, they've got like a big building here. I think this has probably got a lot of history about it as well, and you can head inside, so let's do that now. It's an incredibly lovely building in here, like a greenhouse. What is going on here? That's certainly interesting. Got Mara and Luigi doing some, I'm not quite sure what they're doing there. And let's head back through the main hall here. There's loads of lovely like pubs and cafes down here, and shops. The kind of place I could bring my mum and she would just spend hours looking around. I'm sure there's better times of the day to come here as well, so it's not as busy. Every seat is filled, for example, and they've got this like outside section where there's even more eatery places, and there's more cheering over here. What is going on over here? There you go, so there's like a magician over there. So I think the place I was just in a second ago was the South Hall, and I guess this is the North Hall. I feel like I'm rushing through it, but I haven't got any money to spend here. It's also not the best time to kind of explore this place. You want to come where it's a little bit less busy. So that's my thinking right now, but there's Mara and Luigi over there. Let's see if they're doing anything else different now. Mara and Luigi just nearly kissed. Okay, right, moving on. I've just also noticed there's like restaurants up there as well. There's like roof terraces as well. That's pretty cool. So the next place we need to go to is Trafalgar Square, where we've got Nelson's Column and the National Gallery. So I need to find out how to get there. I think it's basically just this way. So I'm gonna head this way and see where I get. I've only been going around for about 3 hours, and I've stayed at each place, you know, relatively long, especially at the Tate Modern. I was there for quite a while. So even kind of rushing it like I am, like I'm fitting a lot in, you know, and a lot of steps. I must be on about 15,000 steps now. Whoever said AI would make people lazy? Look at me. I'm walking around London right now, and let me tell you, my legs are very much aching. I'm sort of winging it now. I'm not looking at a map, but I know I'm not that far away from Trafalgar Square, so I'm just gonna try and find the main roads and get there on my own with my brain. One thing I'd have to say, if you're planning to do an AI tour around London, or for that case, any sort of tour around London on your own, don't drive. It's not worth it. Get a taxi, they know where they're going, and they can get you places A to B quickly, but don't drive. Just take public transport and walk. I'm sort of lost now. I don't know where I am. There's so many people though. Oh my God. And also, if you're walking past the St. Martin's in the Field church here, I recommend going down that lift. There's an elevator right there. It takes you down into like the cafe area. Incredible vaulted seating area that is really quite beautiful. So that's a good place to go to. if you're ever in Trafalgar Square, oh my god, London is so busy. I don't come out into London at these times very often, so it reminds me how many people are here. It's unbelievable. Right here is the National Gallery. I'm not going to go in there. It's said to go in there, but because we've already gone to Tate Modern today, we'll leave that out today, but another amazing place to go to. And it's also free, so, and then to come down here into the main section of Trafalgar Square. Now this is actually being blocked off by a festival with a big stage down here for ages. So first time I've actually been down here in like years, actually, thinking about it. Got the massive fountains there. And actually I got another fact to say about the lions here. So these lions, these were actually sculptured off a real dead like carcass of a lion, but eventually the sculptor found the lion was like decomposing. It was becoming deformed, so that is why the top looks like a lion, but actually the paws look more like a cat, because after the lion was like not even distinguishable, they used a cat to do the paws. So it looks like a lion and also looks like a cat. It's got like a aggressive face and then soft little paws. That is another one off the list. So it's saying visit the British Museum. One, I'm not sure if that's free entry. Two, it's another museum. So we're gonna actually finish off by doing the last thing it suggests to do, which is go and have a lovely wander through the picturesque streets of Soho. So let's go and do that. Right next to the National Gallery, you've actually got the Canadian Embassy. Right in the corner here, it's got a massive building. So I'm actually gonna leave it there. We haven't got a specific place to go to in Soho, so there's not really an objective there. Apart from it's a cool place to walk around. But I'm gonna leave it there. Now, as I said in the last video, I've made a Patreon, and we have one person on the Patreon. So here is their name, they're on the screen now. Thank you very much for supporting me. If you'd like to join them in supporting my travels, obviously I'm only in London at the moment, but I wanna take it outside of London, maybe outside of the UK one day. If you want to help me doing that, you can support me from as little as £1, €1, $1. So every little helps. In fact, we've actually just entered Chinatown. That was sort of an accident. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a great outing, and have a good day. I'll see you later. Goodbye.